Hi, I'm Dan Rodriguez-Clark. I'm a maths teacher at Markham, and I'm going to share with you today some origami. I'm going to show you how to make this little piece here, and what you can do with these pieces, these individual pieces. As you make more and more of them, you can combine them to create shapes and other bigger pieces of origami. This is a type of origami called modular origami, because you make little modules and build them together. So we've got a cube I've made before. We've got a little jewel shape here. That one uses 4 of the units. The cube uses 6. This is a long-term project I'm working on, which is putting together lots of cubes, which is going to eventually be a Menja sponge, which is a fractal. And this is the one that most people like to see, which was quite fun to make, which is a pointed star shape. So all you need to do this is some paper and something to cut the paper with. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to use, this is a bit of scrap paper I've got here. It's an old Maths Week competition piece of paper, but you can use scrap paper. And I've got a knife that I'm going to use to cut it, but any sharp-ish kitchen knife would work, or even a pair of scissors. A knife works slightly better. So I'm going to start by showing you how to make this individual piece. This is called a Sonobe Unit. And first of all, we need a square. So if we've got an A4 or any piece of paper that's not a square, to make it into a square, the first thing we do is we fold a corner across to make a right-angled triangle. And with all origami, it's important to be as precise as you can. So get that corner in there, get that corner in, and then move it across. And what we've got now is a square. If we top off this bit here at the top, we end up with a square. So we're going to fold along that line as well. Fold along there. Again, being as precise as you can. And then we just want to chop off that bit there. So with your knife, being very careful with the knife here. I'm going to chop through, cut through that marking there. It is much easier if you can lie the paper flat on a surface and cut through the side. Okay, that's a piece of scrap, we don't need that. And if we open this back up now, we have a square, which is what we need to make one of these pieces. So once we've got our square, the stages are fairly straightforward. If we want this to be on the outside, we're going to turn it over so that the inside is going to be up first. We start off by folding it in half lengthways, again being as accurate as we can in our folds. The corner to corner. Pinch along the top, down the middle, and then out to the outsides. And then we open up the paper, and we're going to now fold this bit into the middle. Fold this bit into the middle. So there. And we're going to do the same on the other side. Fold this side into the middle. So what we've now got is 4 equal rectangles, and you can fold them up like this if you want, and it will form one thing. We're going to open it all up again now, and then it's a symmetrical piece, so we do the same on both sides all the time. So we're going to take this corner here and we fold it up to that first line. So this is meeting on that first crease, so that's that crease there. We have a crease there. We're just folding this corner up to there, and we're going to do the same on this side. Twist it round, fold this crease, this triangle up to that crease, It's a bit hard to see the crease sometimes, just bend it up a little bit so you can see the crease. You could even draw a line across the crease if you wanted to be able to see it. The problem here is it's actually on that line. There we go. And now we fold this in on itself from both directions. Okay, so we've got it like this now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fold this down, and we're going to use this as a guiding line to fold along. So we're going to fold this corner down until it reaches here. Fold it down, and you can just feel it as it reaches there, and make sure that this corner here is in line with the bottom, and crease that down there, and then do the same on the other side. I'm going to fold this side down here. And we get this nice parallelogram. And then it's just tucking these flaps get tucked in. So we tuck this flap into here, under there, and then to tuck this flap in we have to tuck it in under here, so we have to kind of lift this one up and ping it under there. And there we've got our Sonobe unit. Okay. The fold we need to do to connect it, it's always worth doing this to start with, is just fold these triangles on the ends and behind so that you can see a square. So fold that behind and fold that behind. And those two triangles we've just folded behind there are going to be the tabs that we put into flaps to make our shapes. So there we've got the Sonobe unit. That's how we make that. And now I've got some here, I've got 6 that I made before, and I want to show you how to sort of put them together to make this cube, and then I'm going to leave the rest as a challenge to you to work out how to put them together. But in general, we take these tabs and we slide them in to these little gaps here. So to make the cube, we take one of these and we slide this one in here, like that. You can already see that we've got 2 faces of a cube there. We've got this face and this face. And then we just gradually build them up into the same way. So we put that one in there and bend it over, and then this one tucks in to there. Okay, and pull them as tight together as you can so there shouldn't be any gap in the corner. And we've already got half a cube. Get the rest in now. So you just slowly add them in. There we go, that one can go in there. And then this bit can tuck into here. And then put this one in here. So that goes in there, underneath the little flap. And then these 2 we have to bend them a little bit to get them tucked in, so that one's going to go in there. And that one's going to go in there. And it does seem to collapse in on itself a little bit as you build it, but it will pop back out again when you put that final piece in place. And this one we have to kind of slide in through there and then tuck in the 4 flaps. So tuck that flap in there. Tuck that flap in there. And then finally tuck these 2 little flaps in here. And the last one's always the trickiest. There we go. And there we've, from 6 Sonobe units, you can make a nice little cube. And as I said, by connecting these in different ways, you can make all kinds of fun shapes. So this one is a favourite. This one you don't fold them over quite as much. They go into 3-pointed stars. It's like the star of the corner of the cube here but then you attach it to more of them and build them up, and as you go. So hopefully you can have a little bit of fun with that. It's a great activity to do as a family because you can all work on building the little units together. You don't need to be in front of a screen at this time, so you can be doing this, having a conversation, the whole family building some of these together, and then putting it together to create some fantastic shapes. And I look forward to hopefully seeing some pictures of some of the stuff people put together. I hope you enjoy it, and let me know how it goes.